This, guys, is incredible value. And also for people who are interested in gravel riding, I think you cannot go wrong with a vintage hybrid bike, because those bikes has been out and gravel ready way before the new gravel bikes are on the market, for at least the last 8-10 years. Okay, so what in front of you is a track, MultiTrack 730. This is a fully rigid hybrid bike that's made of 100% chromoly frame. It's using the true temper ox chromoly frame, which I believe is similar to the Rhino 520 frames. So in traditional sense, this is a full steel bike, and this came out in 1997. And this particular bike features a full Shimano Alivio group set. So the only thing that's not Alivio is the grip shift twisting shifters, which actually works fantastic. Um, but everything else is Alivio. So it's a nice newly designed Alivio crankset and a Alivio rear derailleur and a Shimano Hyperglide cassette. So this bike is pretty much ready. I was lucky to get it for a very good price, and I think for people who are out there looking for bikes to go on a gravel ride, look no further. Look at vintage 90s hybrid bikes, because those bikes are, designed for gravel use. 700 by 38 tires came originally equipped with the bike, talking about gravel ready. And you got the cantilever brakes. Those brakes are not the best, but they actually work pretty good, and as long as you're not doing downhill on the gravel, you are more than capable of using those cantilever brakes. Okay, now look at this beautiful logo, hand built in the USA. Okay, interestingly, the headset is Japanese. This is a Tenji headset, threaded headset with a quill stem and a chromoly handlebar. The cool thing with newer 90s hybrid bikes are they started to replace the really heavy chromoly stems with aluminum stems. So this stem is actually pretty lightweight. Also, very nice Acera X hubs. Those Acera X hubs are actually pretty good. They are pretty durable and designed for, to take abuse. There is a triple crankset in the front. Great for climbing. I think it's a 37 by 20 something teeth. And in the rear is a 11 by 28 cassette. Again, this bike is not built to go fast. It's built for tough roads, and it's built for climbing the hills. Acera X cantilever brakes, excellent. And again, this bike was sold locally by a older couple. They're selling this bike as a couple's bike, because there's this one which is a 17-inch, and then there's another one that's a little bit larger, a 21-inch. And I test rided both, and this one fits me better, so I actually went ahead and bought this bike. My projects for future upgrades most definitely will include replacing the quill stem, the whole setup, with a threaded to threadless adapter, 1 1/8 inch, and also using a slightly longer stem and a carbon fiber handlebar to get this bike even lighter. Okay, so the bike at its current setup with all the chromoly parts, whatever, it's about 26.9 pounds, which actually is on the lighter side of chromoly frames. Okay, a lot of other frames around this era, and also like some 26 frames, are actually weighing up to 29 to 30 pounds. Okay, so this is actually a much lighter frame. and I believe it can definitely go much lighter with the upgrades on the chromoly replacements. Okay, and it actually rides super smooth. Like there's no complaints. The moment I got on the bike, it just shifts really nice, and I feel like, so most definitely I'm gonna take this onto a gravel trail and do a few riding and let you guys know whether a 90s hybrid bike is good enough for gravel riding, which I believe they most definitely are capable. And so instead of spending upwards of $3,000-4,000 on a gravel bike, you could totally just go with a 90s hybrid bike for less than $100 and have tons of fun and not hurting your wallet at the same time. Okay, so if you guys have any questions about this particular bike, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below, and I'll be happy to answer for you guys. And again, this bike is a beautiful dual tone matte frame, matte paint. It just looks amazing. Um, Here's a logo for the true temper or ox and track design. So this bike is handmade in USA. It's not one of those bikes that's overseas, made in Taiwan or made in China back in the 90s. This is pure American made hybrid bike. The TIG welding, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Nothing to praise about, but again, nothing to complain about on the welding spots. Okay, I'd rather prefer a lugged frame, just because lugged frame always looks better than a mediocre TIG welding job. But no complaints, no complaints. It's just small annoyances. Okay.